All right, so I'm sitting inside of a 2018 Honda Pilot. This is the EXL model with the rear entertainment system. So I'm going to walk you through some quick features and functions on the car. So start you here. It does have auto up, down, driver's side and passenger side windows, and then your standard in the back. You do have locks. You do have window locks. Down here, I'm going to point out some things. So the first one is right here. This is your vehicle stability assist. This works with your traction control. So what that means is if you lose traction on the left tire or the right tire, it'll transfer power to the one that has more traction to help correct a skid. This is always on unless you press it to turn it off. You'd have to hold this for about 3 to 4 seconds to turn this off, so that's what this button is. Moving down over here, you'll notice that you can see there is your, of course, gasoline popper and your trunk release that'll unlock it or actually open it in the EXL model. So both these buttons are down here on the door. Moving back up, the first thing I'm going to show you right here, your mirror controls left and right, and then where you want the mirror to go. And then, of course, your Econ button. Econ button will improve gas mileage of the car. How it works is it's going to shut down some of the electrical systems in the front end of the car, affecting things like your ACE unit and your accelerator. So just remember, if it's on, it's going to affect those things. Whenever this is on, you are going to notice a green leaf right there, so you can see it turning on and off right there. So that's what that is. So let's move over to the steering wheel. First thing I'm going to show you is the Bluetooth controls. So those are right there. The first one is to answer a phone call. Second one is to hang up or go back. And the third one as far as placing voice commands. So that's what this is. Moving up over here, you're going to notice this. This is a menu button. So whenever I press this, like if I have audio pulled up, you will see it's going to pull up this screen right here. And so this is going to be my quick movements off of right here. So if I wanted to adjust, scan, seek, things like that. So that's what this is. So this is just going to jump to whatever menu and depending on the screen you have open. So volume controls are plus and minus. Jumping between favorite tracks, or if you were streaming music, this would jump to your next track. This will go between your favorite stations. So that's what these arrows are for. The source button is going to switch between FM, AM, Bluetooth, satellite radio, you know what I mean, USB, whatever you've got connected up. That's what this will toggle between. So when you hit it, you'll notice up here, it'll start toggling between, and it'll also do it over here on the touchscreen, so you can see all the different things that I can jump between, right? So, okay. The next button is right up here. So what this does is this jumps between your audio and your Bluetooth. So this is just a quick jump between the two. So that way if you need to get over to them quickly to be able to do anything. So that's what this button is for. Moving back over here on your lights, you'll notice it does come with auto lights. So you just make sure the hashtag is set to the auto. And then you do have fog lights. So to turn them on, the hash mark, to turn them off. So you can see right there, the hash mark and the hash mark. This car does have the camera off the right side. So when I hit my blinker up, it does turn that camera on. Red line being the end of my car, red to orange is a car length, and orange to orange is a second car length, and you can turn these on and off, so just keep that in mind. I don't have to turn the blinker on to turn that feature on. There's a button right here on the tip of the blinker stalk I can press. So if I press that, it will turn it on and it will stay on until I press that button again. So that way if I heard a motorcycle or something like that and I couldn't figure out where he was, I could check. Moving over to the right side of the steering wheel, so this is where your cruise control settings are. If I press cruise, it is going to turn on cruise main up here. So you'll see that box turning on and off right there. That's letting you know that it's active and ready to be armed. From there, once I get up to speed, just press set, and then I've got my cancel and resume button. So pretty standard stuff as far as that goes. Down here, you're going to notice a couple buttons. So this is going to be informational display. When I toggle through this, you're going to notice it is going to change between my displays up here. So depending on what I want to see, I've got a lot of different options. So that's what this is. And then I have a reset button as far as resetting my trips and things like that right there. Moving over to the touchscreen right here, let's walk you through a couple things. So from the home button, all the options. So this is just like having the home screen of your phone. My Bluetooth controls are right here. Once I have a phone connected up, this would allow me to access, you know, my contacts, my phone book, things like that, text messages, things like that, or of that nature. If you need to add a phone, go to settings. From there, you're going to go to Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Then we're going to go to Bluetooth/device list. And then from there, we're going to go to add a Bluetooth device. I would select that. And then from there, it's going to ask you to turn the Bluetooth on your phone, and then it'll allow it to search for each other. So that's how you connect a phone to Bluetooth. Okay, so information. This is going to give me my tripometer information, or I can do a clock and wallpaper. So if I wanted to load a picture, JPEG, I could do that through the USB drive and put something up here in case I absolutely am in love with my cats and I need them there. I could do that. Maybe I want my tripometer information there. I can have that right here in case I prefer not to have it over in the center of my speedometer and tachometer. So just different things you can see. You can see I'm pressing the menu button to pull up my different options over here. I'm going to jump back. So audio-wise, let's show you all the different options that this vehicle has. So source, This is going to give me all my options. So I've got FM, I've got AM, I've got 90 days of satellite radio. This car does offer a Blu-ray player in it, which also you can play a CD from. So that is actually right down here. So I don't know if you can see it since it's so dark. But so just be aware of that this car does offer a CD player in that fashion, because there is no CD player up here if you're in just a plain Jane EXL model. I do have USBs that I can connect up to. Anything with an I/O pretty much connect up, so iPods, iPads, all that stuff. It is Pandora compatible, so you can be aware of that. Will mirror. So if I plug into the HDMI, I can mirror what's on the screen, but it'll only do that when it's in park, so keep that in mind. And then I do have rear audio inputs and video inputs for this vehicle. So moving down, my AC unit is a tri-zone climate control, so if I turn it on here, I can control left, right, and back separate of each other, and I can lock the back. So you'll see my rear lock button right here. So if I got little ones in the back playing with buttons, I can do that. To jump over to the rear settings, I just press this. Now I'm on it, so I can turn up the fan speed, turn it down. I can affect the temperature, things like that. And then if I need to jump back off of it, I can press it again, and now it has my front and back pulled up. So you'll see, right now I'm just affecting mine. If I use sync, it'll adjust based off mine, the left and right together. So that's what this is. So that's what that is. My heated seats are right down here, so I've got high, low, and in the middle is off, and so I have it on both sides. And then you saw the Blu-ray players right down here. My shifter setup right here, pretty standard stuff, and then it does have a snow function, so this just affects shifting points and dampers a few things to help as far as making sure you don't get slippage. Into the center console, do that. Woo, unless I drop it on you. Down here, you do have a USB and another power outlet, so hopefully you can kind of see them down there. It's a little bit dark, I know. Then you have a nice big center console that you can work from. This is a gray leather model interior, so that way you can tell what's going on in this one. It does have the flip downs. You'll see that. Let me see if I can flip this around and show you. So that is my flip down screen, and then it does have the controller right there. Now that controller is actually removable. So there's a button right there you can remove it. Let me pull that and pop it out. So that way I could hand this to the person in the third row, and they can control a lot of things. And this will actually allow you access to the radio, so if you want to control that, you can also. So if you were like, here, just put on whatever you want to listen to, you could hand this to the back and they could do it. And then when you plug it back in, it charges, so you can see the charging points on there. So it's just kind of nice that it's wireless. And then of course this unit does come with 2 sets of wireless headphones, which are probably in the back right here. And then to turn them on, I would just flip them open, and that turns them on. And then when you flip them back, it turns them off. So that's how they work. So that's what's going on there. If you wanted an additional set of those headphones, you can get them through any Honda dealership. You might be able to get some aftermarket ones too. So that is the model. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, 512-443-4300. Ask for Justin. You can email me at jfuller@howdyhonda.com, or just comment on the YouTube video. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Thank you much.